America, what's the real reason behind this stupid, mutually destructive trade war? Elephants. Elephants? Well, more specifically, the elephant chart. Oh god, not this populist narrative again. Look, the data is clear as day. The lower middle class of Western countries have been completely left behind by globalism, while the ultra-wealthy have made huge gains. Yeah, and so have the global poor. All this chart shows me is that globalism has lifted billions out of poverty, while everyone's benefiting except for everyday Americans, and we're trying to correct that. So you're blaming us for this? Yeah, you and your unfair trade practices. We believe in free markets. You don't. You do everything in your power to make it impossible for our companies to compete with your companies. Okay, strongly disagree, but see how you act like you don't do the same things? It's so hypocritical. Your government subsidizes tons of crops like corn and soybeans so you can sell more cheaply in global markets. How is that fair? And what about protectionist tariffs that you've had for years, before Trump, like on steel, for example? We need those tariffs because we can't compete when your communist government subsidizes your steel industry and dumps it overseas at artificially low prices. American companies would just go out of business otherwise, causing even more pain for our workers. And you can cherry pick examples all you want, but really it's a question of scale. Just because we have some protectionist trade policies doesn't mean what we do matches anything close to the scale of China's unfair trade practices. Okay, then why don't we go to the World Trade Organization and resolve some of these differences? Oh wait, we can't, because both Trump and Biden decided to block the appointment of judges to the WTO's appellate body. So now there's no way to resolve disputes, all because you were worried that they wouldn't side with you. Classic Americans, doing everything unilaterally, thinking the rules apply to everyone else but you. Oh, sorry, I was just Googling something from China. Oh, wait, I can't, because you don't even allow Google in your country, do you? You have full access to American markets in tons of ways, but the reverse doesn't seem the same for us. Google, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Netflix, ChatGPT. None of these companies are allowed to operate in China. Doesn't seem very fair, does it? Says the country who wants to ban TikTok. That's a security concern. We're fine with foreign tech companies like Spotify or Shopify. Okay, we're still a developing country. We need to grow our own economy with our own companies to benefit our own people. Sound familiar? Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to compete with advanced economies like yours and would just be rendered powerless on the world stage. You developed with tons of unfair advantages, like literally using slaves. Do you really want to go there? Do you really want to dig up the skeletons in our country's closets? Yeah, maybe not. And I think it's laughable that the country with the second highest GDP in the world calls itself a developing country. Is that how you justify your rampant stealing of American intellectual property too? We've made lots of progress shutting that down, from legislative reforms to courts specialized in IP theft. Oh sure, that's why you practically force American companies into joint venture and tech transfer agreements in order to do business in China. Not to mention you manipulate the value of your currency so your exports are cheaper. No, we don't, and the International Monetary Fund is said as such. And it's just shocking to me that the United States accuses us of currency manipulation. Ever heard of the Plaza Accord? Like I said, hypocrisy. And that's why you're not going to get what you want out of this trade war. We'll see about that.